The speaker needs to bring the bills up now. These are their bills. They have their names on the bills. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Now, listen, they gonna see this and they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills, then they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Okay? We don't care.
We need to
bring the goddamn bills up now.
The governor needs to understand that the world is watching California, and this is going to have a direct impact on your friend Kamala Harris, who's running for president. This is going to have a direct impact. So pull up the bills now, vote on them, and sign them.
We have
We've been waiting for over 400 years.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Okay, so since Trump won the election, we're cooked. Yup. I'm going to be leaving the U.S. and I'm going to be moving to Hawaii. So we'll see how it goes. And I'll update you guys.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Tick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. and living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. This is the weekly wrap up. Hopefully you guys can hear me today. We had to actually record yesterday. So we had a tape delayed broadcast and somehow there was no sound. And I went through the replay of the video. Never experienced that type of technical difficulty while using this platform before. Just like you see me now on screen. I was on screen. Well, I wasn't on screen, but you saw my avatar. And not only could you not hear me, but you couldn't even hear the videos that I was sharing. So it's like an hour and 50 minutes of stuff that you could mostly not even hear. So go figure, I guess it was meant to be. So here we are on a Saturday afternoon. Hopefully everybody is doing well. As you're coming in this broadcast, please hit that thumbs up button. Share this out on your social media. If you're watching on X, come on over here to the YouTube channel. And make sure you subscribe to Beatzilla PDX official YouTube channel right here. Hit that notification bell. Hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded. I can take those off for now because just like yesterday, I heard myself. So the important thing is that y'all can hear me. So like I said, come over here and subscribe. And if you would like to also become a member of this channel, you could do that by hitting the join button. And as the members know, in a lot of occasions, they will see the premieres before everybody else. So there's that. So thank everybody for tuning in and everybody who actually did tune in last night. And, I had to come in and kill the stream, but we are here. So I appreciate everybody. And let's see who we got in the house. Since we are live, let's see who we got here. Crew Reality Grand Niggas in the building. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you being here on this good Saturday afternoon. We got Antithesis in the building. Black First Valdosta, Georgia in the house. Thank you. And thank Crew Reality for being a member. Also, Antithesis, thank you for being a member, as well as thank you for your CashApp donation. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And thank you for hanging out here on this Saturday afternoon. We got Judah Yisrael in the building. Good day, my good sister. Black first as always. Shalom. Hopefully all is well with you and yours out there. And good afternoon to the fam. And thank you, of course, for being a moderator and being a member. Always appreciate having you in the house, my good sister. And we got Deneen Soul in the chat. Thank you as well for being here on this good Saturday afternoon. I know this is different times for a lot of y'all, so a lot of you guys get a chance to catch a live. So it's good to have you in the chat this evening. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a member. Simply Sandra, yay. Yeah, y'all got a chance to make it. Black First, fam, Orlando, Florida, finally made it live. Yes, indeed, you did, my good sister. Thank you for being here. Salute to you and the family out there. Hopefully all is well. And thank y'all for tuning in on this good Saturday afternoon. Yes, indeed. So what we were originally talking about, which we'll be talking about today, and actually, as it turns out, shoot, it's Saturday afternoon, so it looks like we got a little more time. The terrible strategy of the Democrats, the extreme terrible strategy of the Democrats that had them believing they could just ignore their base, insult half of America and never ever self-reflect to say, well, are we in good standing with the American public on our policies as of to date? But a lot of that, and a lot of the people around them have not really cared. So it's kind of like that. The Church of Black Empowerment in the house. Salute Black First. Yes, indeed. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. And we got Extreme X in the building. What up, Beat? What up? What's going on, Extreme X? Thank you for being here on this Saturday afternoon. Appreciate it. So also, just the condescending, consistent condescending tones that they had given to Black voters, and granted, a large percentage of us stayed home. As someone pointed out, it's almost biblical. Do you understand that 1/3 of the voters chose the couch? 2/3 of the previous voter. 1/3 sat it out. Now, here we often talk about the 2/3 club. I think now, especially when you look in what people would identify as morality, would say, well, who was co-signing what? Some of these preachers and bishops. I hear people making pleas during convocation. Hear assignments being happened. I mean, are there a lot of Black people in Vermont? They putting Bishop Talbot Swan in Vermont? Well, he gonna be in the Hamptons. Is that a reward? We preaching to the rich folks in the Hamptons, huh? Well, I guess not everybody fared out so bad around this election. Looked like the support of the Black church for their underhanded way of dealing with the Black community and pushing the Democratic agenda that majority of America rejected. They're reaping the rewards and benefits, I guess. Shout out to Bishop J. Drew Sheard and Bishop Talbot Swan, who and Jamal Bryant, shall I add, among many of those other Black church clergymen who saw it fit to push the Democrat agenda upon their people. And they say that, Bishop Sheard said that, well, a leader has to lead people into the person they think best would serve their people. I guess you guys got it grossly wrong. So I guess why you don't have to respond to anybody on the internet because they're not in your weight class and you're not punching down. Maybe you could just speak to being a bad leader. Because if you're going to hang that on your leadership, majority of America says you're wrong. But I guess also look at, if you're going to go by biblical prophecy, looks like you guys are sitting in the seat of false prophets because 1/3 sat home. Again, salute you guys. Speak in tongues and shout it up. He's blocked me now on X. So I'm not sure if he's still doing his morning program, because he didn't like being pressed on the fact that people are asking them to justify themselves by the scriptures. And, you know, to be so arrogant to believe that your station as bishop of prelate of whatever puts you in such a position to not answer to the people by the scriptures. You have now become one of them and said, I'm going to do what I will. But then also let's examine the nature of this. All of them, along with the Steve Harvey and D.L. Hughley's and Ricky Smiley's, are all part of fraternities. So they all serve the same order. So whether it be Boule Media, just understand you got Boule pastors. And for a Church of God in Christ church that I personally have witnessed in my lifetime, women in rehearsals get asked to leave the sanctuary because they're wearing pants. Now it's okay to have not only that, but a woman in pants in the pulpit to usher in your holy convocation. And somebody's going to tell me that there's some righteousness in that? Okay. All right. I'll be wrong then. Me and the rest of the 1/3 will be incorrect, I guess. The Church of Black Power, said 330 million in the U.S. population, 143 million voted. 11% was Black, but less than 2% was Black Americans. Trump only got 2 million Black votes. Let that sink in. Hence the title. The terrible strategy of the Democrats. And you're trying to... It's sexism. It's racism. No. It's a bad candidate and a bad plan. And most of all, you try to shove the idea down the American public's throat that the person you skirted democracy with to force on us is somehow now going to save democracy from the person who had every obstacle against them and literally won based on using democracy? At some point, you got to stop and just say, where did we go wrong? Not the American public is wrong. Come on, man. Oh, man. I guess like I said, I guess the video last night wasn't supposed to happen. And we supposed to be here today on this good afternoon because there was some stuff that ended up dropping that I'm glad I didn't have to miss, because we're going to touch on that too. Chi Banana. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since you've been able to make a live. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here. Good afternoon. Appreciate you. Yeah, thank y'all for being here. Man, I'm glad. I'm glad this kind of turned out this way, because I'm never live on Saturdays unless like I'm somewhere. So it's good to see y'all in the chat. Good to see y'all. So let's see where I need to go. So for those who missed the first video, by the way, this little TikTok dude Here's another issue with why America rejected the Democrats in sweeping fashion, as you're seeing. So on multiple fronts, and even here in this city, when y'all don't understand, Trump should have not gotten as many votes as he did, especially in Portland, Oregon. Democrats, whoever is your strategic head, you need to wash the board. This is liberal Mecca. Well, faux liberal Mecca, but they posed themselves off of and like it. But you should have never been this close. You got some of the neighboring districts that are red. And truth be told, that's how Janelle Bynum won. So they're not sexist or racist. They just put a black woman in Washington while voting for Donald Trump. I just watched that happen here. This should never be this close. Not here. To be flirting with the idea of this place flirting, turning red. Democrats, you are on, you have, let me say it this way, you have long been on the clock and you're in the fourth quarter with the score looking impossible. So just take this L as a sign. And hey, Roland Martin, novel idea that you just recently had to start screaming on the Congressional Black Caucus. Bravo! But a little too late because the grassroots has already did that. So, I don't know what you're going to do. You could have been talking like this a long time ago, but you chose not to. And there's a lot of these. Let's talk about Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke. Oh, yeah, see all this unity. As soon as your candidate didn't win, you people are anxious to see Black people be harmed. So let's just keep it where it is. You always wanted to see Black people harmed. Put that in perspective for Uncle Luke that has been involved in the influential part of music. People like that want to see harm come to Black folks? How long has he harbored this type of resentment toward Black America? I mean, are you hearing what these people are saying? And majority of these folks screaming on the internet are tethers. The vitriol and the hatred towards Black Americans is amazing, but not foreign to us. We were trying to tell everybody this is the case. You're xenophobic. You're xenophobic. All of y'all that called FBA a hate group and all of this. Do you hear the way these people are talking now? We want to see you dead. If they come and kill you, good. And I'll be happy to see them wipe you out. I mean, are you hearing these people? This is how we get talked to now because they didn't get their way. Shout out to the President-elect Trump, because one thing he's doing is making the correction in the interpretation of the law that was really only to benefit us to begin with. So that's one of the dope things as well that's taking place. That's an entire law that literally is just supposed to be benefiting us. So that birthright citizenship, everybody realize, I hope everybody, all you hating tethers out there, take good note of your behavior and understand that we don't owe you nothing and how much you actually do owe to us. Because now there's all these caravans are just disbanding and having to go back home because you ain't getting no rights here, and your little anchor babies are not going to be popping off no more like that. So you might as well go back to where you at. And all the DACA dreamers built America, all that disrespectful mess, you can serve yourself up an airplane ticket too. Unlike this idiot, for some reason, where he thinks Hawaii is going to another country.
Okay, so since Trump won the election, we're cooked. Yup. I'm gonna be leaving the US and I'm gonna be moving to Hawaii. So we'll see how it goes. And I'll update you guys.
Project 2025 is going to be horrible for black folks. It's going to be horrible for black folks. It's going to be horrible. What the heck, man, going to get in there. He's going to just start killing people. I tell you what, he going to get in there. He going to kill us. What you want us all to be dead and enslaved and stuff, right? No. Let me tell you something. When I started hearing that, that's when I knew, oh, I know what you're defending now. One thing you guys should know by now in America, once they start talking about how we're going to be affected as if they give a damn, no, it's a con. That's a con. Immediately, that's what tells you it's a con. We got a lot of these brain dead Negroes that try to sell you like, oh no, see how they care about us? That's a con. Benign neglect doesn't flip on a dime and say, oh man, we're worried about how you're going to be done. No, it don't work that way. So at the end of the day, shout out again to President-elect Donald Trump for this.
As part of my plan to secure the border on day one of my new term in office, I will sign an executive order making clear to federal agencies that under the correct interpretation of the law, going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. It's things like this that bring millions of people to our country, and they enter our country illegally.
In other words, hashtag fire up the chat. Yeah, I don't think we owe anybody anything here, man, because we absolutely do not. You understand me? And Simply Sandra has become a member. Hey, Simply Sandra, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got some more family that came in here. We got good Black Spider in the house. What's going on, my good sister? Seattle is in the building. How y'all liking that Filipino chicken up there? I see they open right around the corner from the. So if y'all going up to Jollibee's on Rainier, make sure you go hit the fish spot that's Black owned right around the corner and try that brother's salmon chowder. It's like smoked salmon chowder. Treat yourself. If you're up in Seattle on Rainier, make sure you over there by where it's like a Jollibee, Safeway, and then right here on the corner. Hit that was Emerald City Fish Company. Make sure you go treat yourself to that brother's fish. I was thoroughly impressed. And yeah, that's a definite go-to while you in Seattle. So yeah, if you guys don't know, ooh-wee. So thank you, Black Spider, for being a member and being here on this good Saturday afternoon. I appreciate you, good sister. Eric Johnson, 1994 in the building. What's going on, my brother? I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for being here. Some chick named Star said, Auntie Luke. Ain't that the truth? Thank you for being here on this good Saturday afternoon. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Gigi Man says Skittles melted his brain. oh, 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 yes, indeed. Oh, doesn't he know Hawaii part of the United States? Well, you know, I mean, if he didn't know, maybe a better idea for him to escape would be go to Puerto Rico or maybe the U.S. Virgin Islands. Maybe that would be a safe place for him to go. And I'm just saying, Democrats, this is what y'all are turning out. Okay? And it's being thoroughly rejected. Good Lord. Grim Noir in the building. Grim Noir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to see you here on this good Saturday afternoon. Yes, 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 indeed. That sounds, yeah, that, oh man, the salmon chowder? Stupid. Thank you for being here, my good sister, too, and being a moderator. I appreciate you. Yeah. Black Spider said, yes, right by Safeway. Fire. Yeah, if you get a chance, go get some of that in your life. It's something special. And Simply Sandra said, so glad I'm a member, Beast, because you're my early morning work schedule. I can also chat. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And the replay gang, I so much appreciate y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all because I can tell because I see the lives, and then y'all come in so heavy on the replay side of the game. It's like the live crowd and then the replay crowd. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much. And one who cares in the building. Yes, indeed. Good afternoon. Beatzilla, mods, and chat. Yes, indeed, my good sister. I appreciate you. Oh, I understood what you meant. And we got Nightbot in the building. Nightbot's on deck. Yes, indeed. Okay, so now that we have more folks in the building, let's take a look back to one of the major things I think affected this campaign for Kamala Harris and a lot of Democrats as well, and why the Congressional Black Caucus needs to be concerned. Because this, I'm sure they were telling themselves, oh, it's a vacuum and it's not no big deal. Okay, but we see different now. That's why this is how you got the couch.
The speaker needs to bring the bills up now. These are their bills. They have their names on the bills. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Now, listen, they gonna see this and they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills, then they gonna get mad at us. They killing their own bills because they scared of the government. Okay? We don't care.
We need to
Bring the goddamn bills up now.
The governor needs to understand that the world is watching California, and this is going to have a direct impact on your friend, Kamala Harris, who's running for president. This is going to have a direct impact. So pull up the bills now, vote on them, and sign them.
We have
We've
the votes.
been waiting for over 400 years.
Facts. Waiting for over 400 years. And that's a huge people just blow that off like that's nothing. Yeah, it's something. And I hope y'all are paying attention, Democrats. Are you noticing that number one, in Trump's initial plans to what he is telling you is literally addressing what the black grassroots gripe was with you? He's separating the black agenda from the LGBTQ agenda. That right there in itself is huge. He's taking the overusing of amendments that was designed to help foundational Black Americans, built to repair and to the truth and reconciliation. That literally applies to us. So again, shoring up the borders, saying, well, hey, at the end of the day, the average white American has to understand, listen to Aaron Coulter. Y'all don't owe nobody but us. Why are you going to pay all of these other people? And you see now all the money that is going out the door. One of the ways, I mean, do you still allow them to undercut us? Because allowing them to undercut us only eventually undercuts you. And now you have an army full of illegals sitting in this country that just got their faucet turned off. So I hope y'all understand. You guys, the Democrats, you tried to play an away game and you got burnt. Black folks said no. Mexicans said no. And Native Americans said no. Then you go to the religious sector. You totally crapped on Christians. You have long persecuted Catholics. And then promote, you will persecute Christians, Catholics, and Muslims, and then erect a statue to Satan. This is who you Democrats are. And the rest of America obviously wasn't trying to go down that road with you and continue to go down the road because they know what you have exposed yourselves for everything you were about. You even got the black church out here throwing it all out the window. The black churches became the house of the faithless. We first seen it when they gave up their faith for Fauci. They traded in their faith for Fauci. The black church should be ashamed of themselves because when you're supposed to have faith in your God, you put your faith in Fauci. And then encouraged your people because these other folks told you, well, this is what you need to do. Now, do you see how these people are flaming out? Kamala Harris didn't even want to come out and speak to her own base. She's a coward. The whole reason why all of us were supposed to call her black. And as soon as she saw herself taking an L, she was like, damn them. No. I ain't even gonna go out and talk to my own supporters. Then probably cussed out her staff and drank everything that she could find in arm's reach until she just passed out on the floor with the bottle still in her hand. Just a speculation, I'll just say. Oh, so let me let you hear some audio. We're gonna take some listens, and not everything's gonna be off, but camera, but some things I just don't want to get dinged on. I think I can show y'all this one. Listen to these nuts. These people are nuts. Absolutely nuts.
I think a lot of people are very scared tonight. When you look at the proposals that Donald Trump has laid out for a second term when it comes to just immigration alone, I'll do this really quickly as we watch to see what they takes the stage. A travel ban 2.0. He wants to end birthright citizenship for babies born in the United States to undocumented parents. He wants to use this mantle to deport gang leaders. That is a law that has not been used since World War II to intern Japanese Americans in this country. And we talked about his mass deportation plan. What we didn't talk about is that Tom Holman told me that that would essentially involve deporting entire families together.
So I'm confused on what the issue is. Deporting a bunch of illegal people who came here to get over and tried to take advantage of a law and amendment that was specifically intended for foundational Black American freedmen. We're supposed to feel bad that people are coming here to take advantage of us and then talk crazy to us, treat us like, oh, well, you are nothing. The only reason you're in this country is because of us and our struggle. We don't owe you nothing. And so with that being said, let me once again reiterate, and I ain't saying this enough. Hashtag fire up.
Including children who were born in this country. So there are a lot of people who are scared right now.
Because they're anchor babies. You're not finna and including people who were born here, taking away that birther thing from illegals. Yeah, you're not going to be able to come over here and plant your flag in America just because you crossed the border. That's not how that law was intended to be used in the first place. It literally exists because of the abolishment of slavery. So it's crazy that these people, what are we gonna do? Don't look to us. You over here getting over on us. We ain't friends. No, you on your own, pimp. These people are crazy, man. Project Leroy in the building. What is going on? What's going on? Yes, indeed. These folks is nuts, man. Nuts. Devin Haley in the building. Welcome, Devin Haley. Yes, you got the picture with you and Prince. I see it. Yeah, these folks is nuts, man. So let's continue on. Let's hear some more of this madness. Here's some more flaming out. I guess we got to go to Joy Reid. Let's hear Joy.
Is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-Blackness in a lot of this, anti-Black Americanness specifically. And Paula and I have talked about this, that there is a part of that anti-Blackness is a piece of it. Even though Enrique Tarrio, who's the head of the Proud Boys, is a Black Latino. But there's this idea that I'm Black, but I'm not Black. I may look Black to you. I may be Black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around. But in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a Black American. This has to be unpacked because this shift among Latino men
Joy Reid and all of you other Democrats, come closer. Perhaps over the last few years, you have missed some of the interactions between Black people and these Latinos. You might even be familiar with our sister Connie Collins, who had a whole situation with the radio station in LA. What about Ephraim? He's with the Blacks. These are people that come here, get in power, and undermine us when they're only here because of us. We ain't never had a coalition with them, and they have always been anti-Black. It's not a new phenomenon, Joy Reid. And what I don't understand is, how is a tether referring to anti-Black American? How did we get here? Because Black Americans weren't suspected for eating cats and eating pets. Those weren't Black Americans. How did we jump from this issue being about anti-Black Americans? Kamala Harris is not a Black American. How did specifically Black? How? How? What weird kind of weaving is that? Wow.
And it's significant. And it says something about where we're going in this country, about whether we can.
Hold on. Let me just play that again.
Is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-Blackness in a lot of this, anti-Black Americanness specifically.
How are you getting there? How are you getting there? How does that? Come on, man. No more money for you. No more money for you. Some chick next time, I'll see you. Breeze Omega in the building. Joyless Tether Reed. Ain't that the truth? And thank you for being a member, my good brother. Thank you for being on this good Saturday afternoon. Yeah. No more money for you. No more money for you. As a matter of fact, you know what? I have to play that next. Let me play that. Let me get that up here. No more money for you. You thought you was finna come here, talk that jive to us, and it was just gonna be all gravy. Man, these folks, does it show you how just think of these people was talking to us. They be talking crazy in these spaces and whatnot. How comfortable y'all feeling right now? Matter of fact, I just gotta say, I cannot seem to find a whole bunch of these people making posts on X right now. Have y'all noticed it? Dr. Caucus, you want spaces that I'm going to ignore? Haven't heard from the Djiboutis. Anybody? No? Oh, okay. All right. Woo! Yes, sir.
No more money for you. You working. No more money for you. Bye-bye.
Go back across the
No more money for you. No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy. No more money for you.
We remember that this country was built by dreamers, for dreamers, chasing the American dream.
African Americans built this nation. You built this nation. You know, you're just starting to get real credit for that. Okay, I don't know if you know that. You're just starting to you built the nation. We all built it, but you were such a massive part of it.
Fact.
Bigger than you were given credit for. Does that make sense? Right? As part of my plan to secure the border on day one of my new term in office, I will sign an executive order making clear to federal agencies that under the correct interpretation of the law, going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. It's things like this that bring millions of people to our country, and they enter our country illegally.
Happy birthday, we're celebrating you today. Like Dr. King Holiday, we ain't gonna go anywhere today. Happy birthday today, it's your beautiful day. And we gonna party all day like it's freaking
No lawful status.
holiday.
Yeah. Yeah. See ya. Man, all these folks talking crazy. We see what we stand alone, and then yeah, I'm sorry, but we ain't in the same boat. We are not in the same boat whatsoever. So let it be clear. Like, we understand our status here. You better talk to us with respect. Better address us like you can get sent home. I mean, for real, you better address us like you could be sent home. Oh, oh, my Lord. And speaking of being and she has been doing a whole lot, but
Y'all are
Lord.
cowards. Y'all are cowards. Black women that are sitting up out here going to fucking Starbucks, black queer people that are going to Starbucks, going to McDonald's, rubbing. Y'all are cowards. Because there's no fucking way you could look me in my eyes right now and look around and say, this is a white supremacist country, a racist country. And the first thing you do is participate and uphold that fucking white supremacy.
It looks like we prevented ourselves from being surrounded by a bunch of delusional, unstably mental people. This is not showing sanity, ma'am. And the other issue with all of this, you're filming all of it. You're filming your own flameouts. The unbelievable need for clout has you sitting up here. I'm gonna set my phone up here. Watch me. Hit record. Ah! Ah! And we're supposed to vote for that? No, I don't want you anywhere around my politics. No, I really don't even want you serving my food. I mean, no. At best, the lady at the checking me out at the retail clothing store, that's probably a little safer. But this?
Uphold that racism. Instead of saying, fuck, we have white supremacist fascism on the way. We need an anti-fascist movement, a well-organized anti-fascist movement. Y'all just...
Let me just say, cut the crap. We fully are aware of what your real issue and your real problem is. And it's that's about all I'll play of her, because she every other word, she's cussing more than Plies. I don't know what to say about these people have lost man. Like, she flames out too. This one here.
Oh yeah, sisters. And I'm gonna put it to you like this. If I see you with a white man, it's up. I don't care. I don't want to hear that spicy white shit no more. This shit is not a joke no more. I don't care what the fuck Shira Savin said. Oh my God, you know what? Get with a man of your race. Get with an old white man. Bitch, I wish you would. Go ahead and do it. Do it. I want to see. Bitch, you gonna get that treatment, bitch. I'm gonna give you that look just how I get a black man with a white girl in his arm. Bitch, you got a white, oh, you got a white man. Hold it. Bitch, it's up for you. I'm not.
So in the realm of sister girl, this one right here said, because the cosplaying tan Caucasian did not get voted in after skirting democracy and being selected and forced upon us, black women, you better not be caught out here slipping with a white man. Because if you do, this woman says it's up and she gonna get with you and you gonna get that work. And she gonna square up with you. Because how dare you be with a white man? at this point, because Kamala didn't win. I'm not really understanding the connection. Ketanji Brown Jackson still has her white husband. Ilhan Omar still has hers. Maybe you should go check on them. It's up. It's up. What's happening here? What is going on? So here's another problem. You're literally inciting violence against other black women because the fake black woman didn't win. Who, by the way, still gallivants off in the sunset with her white man. Am I missing something here?
Not playing with y'all. I'm back on my racism. I'm back on it. Oh my God, it's 2020 all over again. I just, like, the racism just came off of me. Now it's back on, bitch. I'm locked in. Bitch, if I'm not playing with y'all. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all my sisters and all that. But all that mixed shit, I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck. Hispanics too, bitch. I don't want to see no black skin babies. I don't give a fuck about her hair. I do not give a fuck about your kids' hair. I don't care. I do not care, bitch. Bitch. It's blacks only, bitch. From now on, don't play. Do not play. Do not play. And it's specific blacks. I'm actually angry. Oh my God, calm down, Ajay. Calm down. Calm down. I'm at.
Brothers, a good word of advice. If you are in the city, in close proximity, this woman is in your dating pool, take a hard pass. Because at the end of the day, I ain't so sure you should be thinking you're comfortable going to sleep around this woman in any mental state. Because people like that, you never know what can set them off. And I've said this thing before, and I don't like saying it being mean, but I just believe that the way of the Democrats has taken advantage of a generation of crack babies. You educated them. They basically go through life as things are normal, but this emotional side is showing you the reality of it. We going right back, and some of us, we know what the 80s and 90s look like. What is this? Am I tripping? I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of this is coming off as children of the narcotic because they are lacking understanding and they're lacking reasoning. So either they are under a cold spell or they were so vulnerable because of certain political issues. That's extremely wicked of a party to manipulate. But what are we seeing? I mean, the Democrats have become the party of mind manipulation on the vulnerable. And they just start pushing all kind of ideas. And now that everybody packed up and went home, and this is what you're seeing, because this is what the Democrats have been. They've packed up and went home, and now all of their supporters are just out there like this.
Actually angry, bitch. I promise you I'm on your ass. I'm on your ass if I see you with a white man, bitch. You bitches is not off the hook no more. Fuck.
I'll say. What? the violence. I'm confused, man. What has happened? Jeez. Oh man, I mean this is, let me see what y'all saying in the chat, man. What y'all saying? What happened to love is love? Now you can't go get yourself a dub. You better not. You better square up with her. Better be right there to protect. Better protect yourself. And she said, "Oh, it's up." Project Leroy. K-Hive Bonnet Gang. Oh, keep wishing, Tethers. She even said many me plots. And Kamala's with a white man. Yes, indeed. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Oh man. She needs some weed. Who's mixed? Girl by who's mixed? Oh my God. This Kamala still has it, and that's what I'm saying. Still got your dog, but you can't go get you one. If you do, it's up. They're gonna get you. Gonna run down on you. Give you that work. Oh, okay. So let's go to the more professional side. Let's go to The View. And you know who probably has a problem, but they've had a very interesting conversation. And Sunny Holston, she's just freaking losing it. Let me play this first little sound bite because y'all probably already heard this one. Let me play this. And then I'll get to the long
finally,
one.
we talk a lot about these different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep.
So
and they're begging people to care about it for years. So we need to take some lessons.
That's what that was.
The lessons are not.
Knock. Who's there? Oh my gosh.
Misogyny and sexism. That's why. That's what happened. It's misogyny and sexism and nothing else. Now let's hear another day of Sunny.
I disagree. All right. I think that I'd like to reframe the conversation. I think Bernie Sanders is wrong. I think the more relevant question actually is what is wrong with America? I think what is wrong with our country that the Republican Party would choose as a candidate and support a candidate who is an insurrectionist, who is an election denier, who is someone who was twice impeached, a 34-time convicted felon, someone who has misconduct like 20 men, liable for sexual abuse.
And, majority of that is going to be done away with because now he's about to be the sitting president. So all of that's kind of irrelevant. However, the way that you launch this campaign is not. There's issues that people would probably say, well, yeah, we weren't trying to go in such a debaucherous direction. But that's how you started. Let's just be clear. Booty clapping is how, well, actually your second intro, beginning of the campaign. The very first initial part of this campaign was Kamala Harris with RuPaul and the people in the people of the whatever his show was called, and that is how she announced her campaign. And then this is the first public showing of her campaign. Now I will say showing. I did mean to use that word.
What is wrong with this country that chooses a message of divisiveness, of xenophobia, of racism, of misogyny, of inclusiveness, a message for the people, by the people, of the people?
What message was for the people? and wasn't divisive. Black men got talked too crazy. And the issue of boys and girls' bathrooms, that's also another divisive issue, whether you like it or not. And a lot of people are not with that. But nonetheless, it's more no, they care about reproductive rights and cutting off children's parts. The economy's going on. The border's a mess. They opened the border and flooded the gate. And let's just remember why they did it. Why did they do this again?
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
Thank you, some chick named Star, for the Cash App donation. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Thank you so much. Now, see that agenda right there? And this has been going on for, and again, so what are we saying? You came to black folks talking crazy as soon as you got in office, ain't going to give us nothing and tell us we got to work with these folks. Who now you're sitting up here talking about, we have to talk about the anti-blackness in here. So you didn't do us any good, any favors here while claiming to have our backs. Why would we give you 4 more years of this? Because again, all we got talked to again was just Kamala's version of this.
I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
That's all we got. That's all we got. And now there's a whole bunch of fearful tethers because they're going to have to now start getting on a plane, leaving the land to which they have learned to have a cultish-like following with. And now you're seeing how much they have disdain for us. I've been saying it. These people believe they are going to be separated from this.
No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be no mayonnaise. No medicine, there'd be.
You understand me? Oh man. Let's hear a little more though.
Unemployment insurance and Obamacare. Messaging didn't get through to people. They're not paying attention. That's all. Has been for the working.
The way that the left
How if somebody tells you you're being condescending to me, you don't put that aside and say, oh, how? By sarcasm? We're seeing the unhinged all the way from the educated to the Skittles in their cars, flaming out. Notice what everybody else is noticing. There's a humongous emotional problem with what you guys have been creating. And America is smart enough to know that if we are demonstrating this to the world, what does that tell every other world power? And this is what my wife said earlier. It tells these world leaders that America's children are soft. And in 1 or 2 generations of this type of thinking, this place will be absolutely ripe for the conquering. And these idiots don't seem to understand, because they'll tell you that's toxic masculinity. And that's really what's been keeping your ass safe all these years. Really. Just simple masculinity. It's not toxic. Not bending to bad ideas that will compromise your safety has nothing to do with being toxic. That's what a man is. And protecting you, whether you like it or not, is also the job. Yeah, he's going to do with our bodies and this and that. No, not twisting the words because you're over emotional. And now you're a liar and dishonest. That's, again, you're going against everything you could possibly sell to the American people. Nobody wants to sit up here and watch you lie to me in my face, especially when we see the truth. It's visibly evident. These people, oh, come on, man. Stop it. Ray Vaughn did it. Using your government, whoever, not sure what your handle is in here, but salute to you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the Cash App donations. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Definitely appreciate it. Let's what we got here? What we got here? We got dark skinned brother member for 20 months. Yes, indeed. Keep up the amazing work, my warrior brother. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. And thank you for being a member for 20 months. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you, man. Dark skinned brother, salute. And also, again, y'all can thank dark skinned brother for the gifts, the memberships that he gifted out. So salute to all of you. Thank you for being here as well. And Black Spider, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it, my good sister. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Got me flying. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you, Black Spider. Yes, indeed. So let's hear a little more, because this is like being condescending. She's really saying something here. And this is where Sonny starts pushing back, because it's almost something I'm noticing. And when people are talking about being condescending to, to the base, and then also the things that they were doing against us, we're going to blame black men and be condescending. They want to defend doing that, because it's been such a part of the Democrat agenda. Blame black men. Black men ain't this. Black men ain't that. It's literally been a huge part of their agenda. So it actually is telling you, did the main driving force, especially this time of the Democratic Party, that America thoroughly, solidly rejected, is feminism. Some more of this.
Not being educated, being dumb, and what's wrong with America. Who said that? Sonny just did. What is wrong with America? My point here is that that's not what Kamala Harris said. No.
And she doubles down on calling these people stupid. And what's wrong with Sonny Holston? What is wrong with her? You literally hear say, hey, this is the problem, being condescending. Well, nobody said that. Well, Sonny just did. Well, why not? Yo, there's a big distinction. And again, Sonny's a tether. An AKA tether. Go figure. Go figure.
My point is, I don't blame Joe Biden. I don't blame Kamala Harris. Go back as far as you want. I blame a messaging within the Democratic Party. You don't blame the Republican Party? Can I just finish my point, please?
That doesn't make any sense. Project Leroy has gifted 5 memberships to the family out here. So salute to Project Leroy. Thank you, my good brother. I appreciate it. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. That's what's up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And C. Terry said, Black first. Welcome, C. Terry. Thank you for being here. And Church of Black Power says, Sonny is a descendant of a conquistador. That's what's wrong with her. That's right. That is right. That's right. I always forget that. And Judy Israel shouting out Project Leroy. Yes, indeed, Project Leroy said, I can't stand Sonny. Now, how you get 5 and you don't have your badge? Where's that? Seems to me like you should still be having your badge. Well, anyway, thank you, Project Leroy. I don't know where that's at. That's crazy. So let's hear a little more. And you know what's so crazy is? Why is it this woman coming to the defense of the base? But it's the other woman that's like, no, I'm supposed to be speaking for the resident. I'm the resident Black talk here, but the white woman has to say, hey, you might want to back off of doing that. Why? Sonny, oh man, again, there's a Democratic agenda.
I obviously have a problem. Anyone has a problem with Donald Trump. The bigger question should be, yes, Sonny, why did they vote for him? Yes. In sweeping, so they need to be introspective. No, we need to be introspective. If we voted for Kamala Harris, we need to say what didn't resonate with the voters. You know what didn't resonate with the voters? When they were saying we don't feel safe and the left focused on defund the police and bail reform. Yeah. When they said we're worrying about, can I just finish? Let me just finish real quickly. When they were focused on renaming. It's only an hour show, ladies. Joy. When they were focused on renaming schools, there were people saying, hey, students are destroying colleges. I paid for that. I sent them there. They can't learn. And everyone apologized for it and didn't want to attend to it. They also denied the border was a crisis and kept saying, no, it's fine. This is not a... There was a border bill, though. There was a border bill. Yes, but
there was a border crisis, Joy. Border crisis going on for 3 years. Border bill comes months ago. Not applicable to the situation. Not to mention, not a border bill because it did not ensure deportations. And then how do you know that it was a bad bill? Because 152 Democrats, or is it 158 Democrats, voted against deportation of convicted illegal offenders from being deported. You don't want these offenders, violent offenders, to be deported after they serve their time. They should stay here to reoffend, because what do we know about offenders? They say that a lot of that is hard to cure. So now we're going to say, let's have these people who already have the mind to break the law here, came here breaking the law and hurting others. Let's keep them here. That makes no sense. That is highly illogical.
Joy, my point is they screened and screened. They didn't vote for him because he's a racist or a misogynist. They voted because they needed help in their everyday lives. They made the majority of this country, because there's every stat coming out on the people willing to self-reflect are showing these.
Oh, wait, they're going to say I'm a racist and a misogynist in the exit poll?
I really think 74.
The lady just spoke to practical issues. In self-reflection, what she's telling you is the two main things, economy and the border, which subsequently are basically linked. And so here's the issue. OC Terry said, working hard, loving my FBA family. I love us. Sunny and her Haitian husband. Oh, her husband is Haitian. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, righty. So that's okay. Yeah. See, these people be having other, completely other connections, and that's why they doing what they doing and saying what they saying. So they are being deceptive about their true reasoning. Yeah. Well, thank you for dropping that one on us, C. Terry, because that just pieced that put that part in that puzzle right there. Okay, now we can put 2 and 2 together. Makes sense why she flipping out like this. But Joy Behar, are you legitimately going to be around here the next few elections? I mean, well, what are we talking about here? Hey, what are they going to say, that in retrospect that they're misogynists? No, I can't pay my bills. The factory's closing. Y'all been seeing these factories closing over the course of the last week? Pepsi closed too. Tire factories closed. And one of the things about these tires is this government has been allowing China to flood the market with their tires. So the American and all the other companies that are stationed here are basically getting their market saturated. And so they're having too much inventory for stuff that they're not even in a market to sell. So what are those tariffs? That'll be, they're like, hold our goods. Who is making this money off of China? That's what I would like to know. Because you're allowing them to just do whatever the hell they want to do over here. We done had weather balloons and all of this. I mean, how much have this government given over to China in the first place? You had a whole Chinese police department office in New York City. How the hell does that make sense? They don't even have Chinese police in America. This ain't your jurisdiction. I mean, this isn't even like rush hour. You put a whole office here. The hell does that make sense? So yeah, what are the Democrats really trying to do? Let's hear a little more of this.
4 million people are racist. Every racist and misogynist voted for Donald Trump. Not everyone that voted for Donald Trump was a racist and misogynist.
I agree with that.
Everyone swept. They swept every category. And the reason they did is to say, hey, guys, no excuses this time.
Yeah. Look,
they lost everything.
there's still half the country that
its
doesn't agree with
environment to be
him.
ravaged, its children to be shot, its wealth to be hoarded, its workers to be exploited, its poor to starve, its cops to murder.
So you think America's the
country
problem?
in trouble?
So America's
So
the
we go
problem
with
and
the
Trump
voters
is not
are
going to
the
make it
problem.
Anna, hold it for the next segment, right? We'll be right back. Hold it. Yeah.
Whew. You say most racist and misogynists voted from Donald Trump. I'm assuming you're saying voted for. Yeah, but at the same time, that would not be the majority, clearly, because the majority of America are not misogynistic and racist, because there would be black folks that stayed home and they're not racist against themselves. One thing that I'm glad that you actually said something about racist, because another thing that's racist is blackface. Blackface is actually a racist act. And one of the things that just got denied with Kamala Harris is the overwhelming blackface that she was playing. And, what makes it bad is other black folks were co-signing her bad faith blackface. And it thoroughly got rejected by America. So when you cosplay black and you play blackface, and then you actually try to go to black churches like this is your culture and community, that's actually pretty racist. I'm sure nobody really says that and explains it, because most Democrat lead paint sippers, they don't really examine the damage or the insults that they actually carry out, because all they see is tunnel vision on what they want to get accomplished. So to say that racists, I'm sure racists and misogynists did vote for Donald Trump. I would also say that there were quite a few racists that clearly were in full-blown support of Kamala Harris. Yeah, Kamala Harris was most definitely cosplaying as a black person. Where's her black lineage? Her lineage has been found out. I hope you know. So her lineage has most definitely been that one's been wrapped up. You know, it's hard for people to swallow it, and they keep, oh, she's a black woman. She's a black woman. No, she's an anchor baby. She has zero ties to Black America. None. HBCU, an institution. What? Do you know how HBCUs came about? Tell me about some institution white folks created for black to house black folks in, and then got black folks convinced that they need to have some allegiance to that. When here's the allegiance from the boule to their own. I got mine. End of story. So, you know, a lot of people will try to cape for the Hindu woman. Yeah, Simply Sandra, she is a Hindu Indian. Yes, indeed. And we still trying to figure out their lineage and their ties to, because they clearly got ties to communism, and it's, from the sound of it, got ties to MK Ultra, which would make total sense. Because again, and for those of y'all who are just now getting hip to Judge Joe Brown's breakdown of and tying all of this in, y'all better be paying attention to him, because he knows majority of the people he's talking about. I don't know why people be discounting him, and that no one out here is calling him a liar. Call him a liar or deal with what he's saying. Sybil, good afternoon. Thank you for being a member now, too. Thank you so much. And also hanging out on this good Saturday afternoon. I appreciate that. Quasi Black Star in the building. Man, it's been good to see all the people who could make the afternoon check, because I know y'all a lot in team replay. So good to see y'all in the chat on the live. Black First just got off, was listening though. Hey man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here, brother. Yes, sir. So that's the end of that one. Let's go to, that's it. Okay. Let me let y'all hear this, because this one is really interesting, but it's very telling about their agenda and what they've been trying to push.
Particularly the media ecosystem it's not a good one, it's a negative one. It's a radicalization funnel. But what they have done in their online media ecosystem.
I'm not having such a hard time with this plan. What's going on here? Well, maybe I need to do that. Let's try that. Wow. Is this not going to play?
Is build a radicalization engine, literally the way militant groups do around the world, that takes people from relatively low-level annoyances with the world. Why are eggs so expensive? Why is my kid learning this new thing in American history in school that I didn't learn? And then moves them through YouTube videos, through podcasts, moves them from that annoyance all the way slowly to a full-blown fascist politics. It's an elaborate multi-billion-dollar infrastructure, and there is nothing like it on the pro-democracy side. We don't have when a man is just lost and lonely and not yet radicalized, we don't have the equivalent of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson to move that man in a feminist direction. By the way, we should educate men that it's actually really great to live with a strong woman who makes money. It's actually easier. Life is easier.
But I think number one, now it wasn't just Joe Rogan, and you have to address the 12 million black elephant in the room. $12 million plus, because that's also including the people that chose to sit out last one. So, what about addressing that elephant? Or is he addressing that elephant? Because he's talking about what he's describing is the foundational Black American reparations movement, not Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has nothing to do with what he just said. And what was the objective? Moving these people into a feminist direction. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. That man just told you is the Democratic agenda is buck breaking black men. Try to use Joe Rogan and mask it, but what he's talking about, that the system that he described, them white folks ain't got that. That's us. That's us he's talking about. Did you catch that? Did y'all catch that? That's us he talking about. And we don't have that. How do we get them to move over to feminism? You can't. Because we have the code. And what he's looking for, they're so out of touch. See, like militant movements, Reverend Now, it's how you know they talking about us. Because they're trying to make these references, and it's like militant. That's a very interesting word to use as well. Militant, it's militant to be an educated voter and to vote your interest is militant. Nobody ran down on anybody with guns and were going out here and marching, and there was no marching. There was no protesting. There were rallies. There's been spaces of black folks talking with each other. There's spaces going right now. This is just the sound and the voice of the people. They're radicalized. No, what you are literally hearing is something out of your echo chamber. And what you don't understand is you cannot have an avenue for the avenue of feminism that existed in black spaces was Cynthia G. What you gonna do with that? She could cater towards the miserable. That's where it stops. They're blaming black men for Kamala Harris losing. We should take the blame. Thank you. I'll take that. Go ahead and tack that on my jacket. Because we the one right here, I know it most definitely out of my mouth, we've been having these folks spending all of this money on a bunch of nothing over the last 2 years. So, yeah. Political marketing strategist. Hi, my name is. So, yeah, we would most definitely take that. Now, what will you say when we do? We are obviously not a voter bloc to be ignored. We're a voter bloc to be respected. And when you collect over 1 billion or something, you're over $1 billion in raising money, and now that campaign sits $20 million in debt. $20 million in debt. I don't think we need to take the blame for that. Benign neglect was a bad policy. Having Hillary Clinton advising Kamala Harris, even more so. That was a recipe to lose. Bad candidate. Bad. Okay, here's a loser to this guy once. Now here's the second loser. Other thing, they went and actually invited the Beyonce election curse. No one can help y'all. You went and paid $10 million for her to doom your campaign. Are you kidding? Don't y'all know the track record of Beyonce's endorsements? She has no wins there. I guess like the Grammy count. But you understand what I'm saying? I'm sure there's. How dare you say something? But had Kelly coming out there in a zoot suit, looking like she was in the background dancer for Layla Hathaway back in the 90s. Baby, baby, don't cry. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, man. Looking like Dougie Doug. Where's your polka dots, Kelly? You need a cane. Oh, yeah. I mean, like that look predates Motown Philly. Where's Beyonce's husband? He should have came with her. I think the thinking might have been, Black Spider, that, with this particular picture I guess they had J-Lo, so pretty much everybody else in that picture showed up. But I guess it makes a point to say, well, let's get J-Lo, because at least she's just in the picture with her shirt off and breast out. Jay-Z, on the other hand, is in this picture with his shirt off and for some reason his arm around another man with his shirt off. Sure, nothing is going on there. But the other thing is not having her husband there is also the fact that they are not trying to promote the unified union of marriage, because they already think about what we're talking about. It was strategic. It's not just some kind of angle to say don't vote with your husband. No, this has obviously been part of their play, because you see how they were working up, because you have two married women come out and tell you their wives, their mothers, they're women, they're professional and all of this. They didn't mention the fact that they're wives. The Democratic agenda of dismantling the nuclear family obviously is still very much what they are attached to. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff going on with that one. Yeah, no. They had Kelly dressed up like Hammerhead from Dick Tracy. I mean, looking like something straight out of an old 1930s gangster flick. Yeah. You think you're gonna get me? Yeah. I'll tell you, copper. Yeah. I think you're a wise guy, huh? I'll show you once and for all. That's right. Oh, you let this send you out there like that, Kelly? Yeah. You think it's a gag, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna have to pull out the chopper now. I'm gonna get you. Smell my tongue. Yeah. You're a wise guy, I see. Now, something else to have me dying, folks. Do you know that now from the first video that I played, and they worried about the governor Gavin Newsom, and they snuffed the bills, the reparations bills. Muggsy, that's Black Spider Muggsy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you see, man, I wipe you up. Yeah, wipe the whole lot of you up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. How they're looking. I mean, for those of us who are old enough to remember all of them cartoons, absolutely had her out there dressed like straight Muggsy. Yeah, we're gonna get you. See, stick them up. That's right. Look at how they got Gavin Newsom so shook. He's gonna be somebody go get your camera phone real quick. I need you to take this picture. See, I might have really done pissed these black folks off. So let's take this photo here and see if I can get into good graces of Black America again. So let me get this picture. Here's Beloved, To Kill a Mockingbird. See, I really understand the plight of you blacks. They shook, ain't they? Well, don't ever act like it wasn't y'all. Y'all give yourselves a mighty handily round of applause. Shout out and congratulations to you, Black Grassroots. Black Grassroots. Black Grassroots. Applause to y'all. You got these folks shook. You got these folks shook. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Don't you ever act like y'all ain't got no power. Please. Please. Got these folks shook. Lord. I saw that picture. I died. Oh, wow. You talking about shook. Let me get to. I need to find the closest pile of black literature I could get. Take this picture, please. Woo. Gavin Newsom, he worried over there, ain't he? Because what, next 2 years is his term, right? So he's running for the next 2 years. Is that it? Also, our election here, too. Tina Kotek. Let me show you something here, family. And, it wasn't really necessary by the time this all was said and done. So I hadn't played this, but let me show you something from here. Where are you at? Where you at? Where you at? I gotta show y'all this. Because there was so much more going on. There we go. There we go right there. Let me show you something from right here from Portland, Oregon, baby. Who's those people? The
What's your voting plan? Hey, Larry, well, the great state of Oregon, we vote by mail, so I'll be filling mine out and dropping it off. Wow, I'm voting in person this year. I won't even need a stamp, but however people vote, they need to vote.
Mm-hmm. When I tell y'all, keep an eye on this place. Keep an eye on this place. There's a lot of stuff that comes out of the Northwest, especially the leftist agenda. How you got gay marriage in the first place was originated and cultivated right here in Portland, Oregon. My mother was involved with the Radical Party for a little while, which they are the ones who basically, and I don't even know if they even still functioning as an independent party, because all they are is just left-wing Democrats. And right now, the Democratic Party is so far left that you're so radical, you wouldn't need a radical arm of your party to represent this other group. It's just all damn Democrat. So anyway, these individuals who were here, and they're also the people who are tapped to also figure out how to start ushering in more illegal immigrants. And they were putting it under workers' rights. Had my mom speaking in one of these foolish ass rallies. It's like, what are you doing? They don't want you to get up there and speak for black folks. They talking about everything else. And I used to drop my mom over here at this day office or whatnot. And I remember one of these times when they had this big planning meeting, and this was their planning meeting for their push to introduce the gay marriage bill, the gay marriage legislation, right out of Northwest Portland, baby. That is where that whole thing that you all now know of gay marriage was developed. And my mother was right part of it too, showing up. So, I mean, that's how I know. People are like, was there ever an agenda? Yeah, the Democrats have been funding that. Funding it since the 90s. I could tell you some of the people. And then I'm going to their meetings just to see everything that they were. If you were around any of that, you knew where we would be in 2024 because they were working on this plan in 1995. '95. It's a long-term agenda. So I hope y'all understand when these people start trying to do stuff against black folks, they be planning. They really plan. And let me play something else for you that kind of shows you where they were at. It's this one.
I think there are a lot of families out there who don't believe boys should play girls' sports. They're not boys.
I'm not going to listen to transphobia at this table.
It's not transphobia. They're biologically male. They can identify as whatever they want to personally. But as soon as you start forcing that on others, it's now no longer just about them. Almost like being pregnant. You now have to consider the other life. Boy, they're emotional.
Not going to listen to call a trans girl a boy.
Are you going to allow me to finish my explanation?
When you use the word to prefer, I'm going to interrupt.
What if I told you about these people? These people have no self-control. Here's an adult male, along with the same agenda, exhibiting zero self-control. This is what America voted against. And we know where it's rooted. It's rooted in feminism, which was always an anti-Black agenda from its inception. So let's keep that in mind.
How it is.
Jay,
They're not boys. They're not
give me
boys.
1
They're not
second.
playing girls
Let's just
softball.
reset for
I'm
one.
not going to sit there
Let's
and
reset
listen
for a
to that.
second. I know you. I know that you understand that people have different views on this. I think out of respect for Jay, like, let's try to talk about this in a way that is respectful.
Okay, so
he did. And imaginary man in imaginary land is confused, because what he said is parents, and here's why this is a problem for the Democrats. You're stuck on virtue signaling. Anything that prevents you from virtue signaling, you lose it. But here's the problem. Majority of America don't give a shit. Don't give no craps about no pronouns. Realistically, in our culture, referring to someone who I'm looking at as they isn't fighting words. Them, oh, them right there. We grew up, we them now? But now you want to say, well, that's normal. Oh, no, it ain't to a lot of us. Like T.S. Silverback got you all out there. I don't even know why the hell y'all entertain that weirdo. I'd have been done made my declaration on that nut. That person will never be on us any stage of mine. Miriam R in the building. Good to see you, my good sister. Happy Saturday. Hopefully everything is well with you and yours. Good to see you in the house. Miriam R in the building. It's been a while. And Scylla T in the building. Yes, indeed. Jersey City is here. Good to see you, my good sister. Thank you for hanging out on this Saturday. And in the Mixed Radio, Black First from St. Louis. Good to see you. I appreciate y'all for being here on this good Saturday afternoon, man. It's cool to see y'all coming through. Cult-like personality. Yes, indeed. Men that want to be women, hate women, and will find ways to hurt women. And we have already saw that play out, haven't we? That is a fact. Thank you also for being a member. Appreciate it. And Phantom Beat in the building. What's going on, Phantom Beat? Appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here. And yeah, you were absolutely right in the Mixed Radio. She most definitely is. Facts. And like and share this on your social media pages. I appreciate that. Now let's hear a little more of this. Boy, this dude is jilted, ain't he?
So let me rephrase this since I'm being targeted here.
I don't.
There-
You're
no,
not.
no,
Just
it's
to be clear,
okay.
you are not being
But
too
it's okay.
saying that. I know that you are not intending to be transphobic.
He should know that I'm not. But he wants to sit
I
here
want
and
calling you
bloviate
transphobic.
But I
I'm
want
saying
you
you're
to.
using
I
a
want.
phrase
I want to
that
give you
you
an
know.
opportunity.
So the way
No,
regular
that's
people
not-
interpret it,
That's not
which is why
regular
those
people.
ads were
That's not regular people. There's no consensus that these are actually boys. This whole thing about trans girls is a canard. We're
This is why you lost, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm not going to hear any kind of reason. Oh, no, it's my way, my way, my way. And at the end of the day, Democrats pushing a feminist agenda, whatever the hell you want to call it, look at what you see on the screen. Where were we going forward when at the end of the day, all we are still listening to is the arrogance of a white man? Because he want to toot his Bucci cat up and promote the mutilation of children, he somehow is different than the other men to which you're so upset at because men are so bad. But let him advocate for the wicked, wretched foulness that he's doing, and then I'm going to keep interjecting and disrespecting this black man that's in front of me. What else are we supposed to see? Here's a black woman who says, okay, you black man, tailor your speech for this white man. What are we supposed to see? I tell you what I see. I see the reason why the Democrats are getting swept. This is why. And you won't stop and listen to the people. And it's only harming you.
Talking about a tiny, tiny sliver of the population.
That may be the
and we're
case,
using
but
that
my point in
to
terms
take
of
away
its
healthcare from
effectiveness.
thousands of people.
Hold on, just
They're using that to take health care away from thousands of people. You used it to take health care away from thousands of people by forcing it on the people. Stop what America is saying. Stop forcing your agenda on us. And look at him. He's having such a hard time accepting the facts.
get to your point.
My point in terms of its effectiveness. Regular people with children look at these things and they say, you know what? This is a bit too far. I do not agree with this. I don't like this. I think Democrats are going way too much to the left on social issues. They're uncomfortable with it. A lot of people believe that. A lot of families believe that. You may disagree with that reality, but that's why Republicans kept running those ads over and over and over again, because they saw the metrics suggested
And
that they were
lying
working.
in those ads over and over again and using rhetoric like you just used, saying this is boys playing girls sports.
Y'all just keep wanting to lose, I guess. That's all I'll say. Y'all just want to lose. If you cannot hear what that brother just told you, America is telling you what we are going to accept and not. If you want to keep pushing this weird agenda, and again, you know what? I'm glad you actually posted that. Look at how the Democrat agenda went so far from what black folks and the black grassroots have been talking about. And then you're forcing that on us versus hearing us. That's wild. That is wild. It went from abortion to health care. Did you catch that? You caught that in the mix? Come on, man. Come on. What these folks, they think they slick, don't they? They think they slick. Trump has said no to children mutilation. And let's just be clear. Do you hear anybody out here crying about him coming out saying that? No. They are on board. And like, yes. So it's not a fluke. America, brother. America, my man. My good, confused, left-spirited, soulless white brother. I mean, I do suspect you probably are part of a certain community, but right now I'll just say white.
First of all, we're talking about 5 people in the entire country.
You would prefer?
We're talking about trans girls being allowed to play with the people who are in their gender. And if you don't believe you don't.
So then, let me go back to my question then again, especially for this guy. Why then, when it comes down to the conversation of reproductive rights, why is there no talk of trans women there? But now all of a sudden, trans women are in the same gender as women. I'm confused. Last week it wasn't so. What happened just in a few days? What happened? Oh, that's right. Kamala lost. So now we're right back to where trans women are women. You just kept talking about how women's bodies are theirs. But now, if you're a female in a sport, you have to allow this non-born female into your area. That's what he is, went right back to pushing. And you notice how these people were silent this entire time. I told y'all, note how quiet the trans community is. And here it is. Because you were not going to be able to snow the American public. So even with the trans community, trans women are women people, no one forgot. You could be silent and lay low all you want to during this campaign season, but no one forgot about you. Because let's go back to Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is the Supreme Court Justice. Well, a Supreme Court Justice should have enough understanding as a woman who has a cycle every freaking month to be able to define what a woman is. And she sat her ass up there and says, I'm not a doctor. But as far as biology, I can't know. I can't tell you what a woman is. All of this lack of definition of a woman. Now, all of a sudden, we're getting right back to that vagueness of what a woman is. America has spoken, and this is a bad strategy. Oh, yeah. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Remember, they tried to hide her little lineage, and what we did find was an interview of her mother, mentioning the fact that she raised her like any other Jamaican mother would. So when people forget that part, let's not forget Ketanji Brown Jackson ain't no foundational Black American either.
You don't have to listen to me. Listen to the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association.
The American Medical Association. This is not about the
Guys,
This is about trying.
You can listen to the American man because he's stuck on this is how I want to identify him. Cool, you identify him that way, but they won't be playing with my daughters. And this is what the issues that they're having. They are imploding on themselves. Let me play you some more. This is freaking hilarious. This is hilarious. Like I said, it was meant for me to come on today. Come on now.
I am told that there was a Harris campaign staff call held yesterday evening, and that leaders on the call had one specific request that they wanted to make to the campaign and its strategy to members of the media. Essentially, their message was, this doesn't really help the situation at all. This is how one source who was on the call described the gist of what top officials on the call said to staff. They said everyone was like, this sucks, losing sucks. There's something bigger that happened than the campaign, and everyone worked really hard and everyone's proud of them, and basically stop shitting on the campaign to the press. Now, I am also told that the senior campaign officials on this call promise the staff that they're going to do everything that they can to help them find jobs. Obviously, a very new reality for everyone on this campaign. Some of whom had very much hoped that if Harris were to win, they could be headed to Washington, D.C. to look for roles inside the White House throughout the administration. I'm also told that there was an acknowledgement on this call that Harris's loss had been sweeping. Now, you can imagine a lot of raw emotions right now coursing throughout the Democratic Party, including, as we have been reporting, a lot of anger that is being directed at President Biden as well.
I don't ever think I've heard the word shitting on CNN before, but I guess we're getting there. It's a new day. Stop shitting on the campaign. That is freaking hilarious. And And the white supremacist racial agendas on top of it, how real heterosexual average man and woman desire children are pro-life naturally, and don't have gender wars that the crayon community and and tail community grift. I know that's right. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Oh my goodness. Stop getting on the campaign. Y'all getting out there telling all this negative stuff on us. Stop it. Here's another issue that you guys really have. And you actually had this woman with you. I don't understand. You guys was trying
platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
Lose total control. She wants control. Now, let's see. Where do I want to go? Because I don't need to play all of these for you. We got the gist of this. Okay, let's go here first. Okay, so yeah, we can go here first.
We're going to separate these consultants by saying, oh, they have ignored the working class. Their agenda didn't ignore the working class.
He mentioned the wealth.
Their agenda absolutely ignored the working class, Roland. And here's the thing that you need to accept about this part, Roland. And if you guys have not seen this particular clip of Roland Martin Unfiltered, he is responding to Bernie Sanders' claim of the Democratic Party being, disengaged from the working class and the poor. So which absolutely, if all you're talking about is the middle class, you excluded the poor from your conversation. So to say policies apply to the poor, this is supposedly a new candidate. So you can't tell me to look at her as new and then say, well, they have already implemented policies. So look at the good things they did. Don't weigh that against the bad things that this administration did, but now somehow keep the good that she could possibly benefit from the administration, but all of the negative, no, let's make her new. That is not going to work. She sucks. Biden's administration sucks. And America has told you this ain't going to work for us no more. But watch Roland Martin start screaming on his own guest.
Health gap in this country, which is extremely sizable and something that rarely comes up unless he's talking.
But the policies of Biden-Harris actually address the wage of workers.
Her primary message was democracy, the threat of Donald Trump. Her primary message was abortion, the threat of democracy, and the craziness of Donald Trump. There's nothing wrong with that message. I don't have any problem with that. What I'm saying to you is that.
But she also talked about housing.
No, she didn't. She didn't talk about housing. She talked about giving $25,000 in tax credit. That's not a down payment. That's literally that's like a match, like a 401k match. You have to have the money there for it to be matched. They're not matching you with nothing. You have to have the money there to be matched. So how many people who are struggling in this economy have $25,000 on hand to get that credit to begin with? And then what did the house market do? Because they're getting these corporations who are funding these campaigns, by the way. She's talking about the housing market while dealing with and being advised from the people who are helping destroy it. How does that work?
It never gets had, and it's still not getting had. I mean, anytime anybody brings this up, it's like nobody can talk, right? When we talk about poverty or homelessness or 40 million people in poverty, like nobody wants to hear that.
Well, first of all, I don't know who nobody is. I don't know who nobody is.
You don't talk about the people in poverty, Roland. You scream at the people in poverty, and you tell them that they don't know what they're talking about. That's what you do to the working class and the poor. So that's how you address poverty, Roland Martin. Are you forgetting who you are? because everybody watching you right now was like, she's right. And when we start talking, is the only thing that you're not doing right now is saying that everybody is stupid. And they don't know, because when black folks said, this is how we're feeling, you just call them stupid. What she's saying, of course, and we can't bring this up because that's your attitude. So let's not turn around and get brand new. Like all of a sudden you gave a crap about talking about the poor working class who've been complaining. You don't. Roland Martin, you're a liar. No. Don't say me. You ain't gave a crap about the poor neither. You've been worried about what the Democrats worried about. Stop it.
Talk about it. But the point I'm making is with Sanders keeps saying they are being ignored. Now, if Sanders is saying that we're not messaging to workers, okay, but to say that Democrats are ignoring the working class, if I look at actual policies over the last 4 years, that's actually a lie.
What policy did she tout? If they had something they could say, Black America, we did. This is what we did for you. Why, or the poor, then why haven't they said this is what we've done? Because it's not evident in everyday life, Roland Martin. And what you were screaming at is a figment of your imagination. The policies, you ain't got nobody up there talking about them benefiting from them policies. Jeez.
Nina Turner tried to run, remember, for Marsha Fudge's seat. Who did she get blocked by? She got blocked by the leadership of the Democratic Party.
No, Nina Turner got blocked by. She got blocked by voters.
Nina Turner is a disciple of Bernie Sanders and the Democratic Party.
No, Roland. Let's not do that now, Roland. Nina Turner didn't get voted. She didn't. No. Yes, Roland Martin, the leadership of the Democratic Party sunk Nina Turner. AIPAC wasn't happy with her, just like they wasn't happy with all the other black ones that they targeted and got out the paint. They didn't get no control. Roland Martin, how are you sitting up here and you're defending these black folks getting targeted? What the hell? No. This dude has lost it.
He doesn't want to hear that message. I mean, I'm not saying they're wrong.
No, she lost. She got blocked by the voters in the district.
No. Yeah. If y'all really believe that, come on, she got blocked by the voters in the district. Stop.
She got blocked by the Democratic Party.
Okay, no. First of all, let's be clear. She ran, 2 or 3 times? Okay.
Yeah.
And let's be clear. The first time she also outraged folks. But I'm still dealing with Sanders here. Again, is the question.
Bush and Summerlee and Jamal Bowman, nobody stands up for them. Nobody says anything. When they talk about popular stuff, nobody wants to hear it. When I say nobody, I say the leadership in the Democratic Party.
Okay, specify then. Don't say nobody.
Nobody
that's
says
not
anything.
True.
Okay.
No. Don't say.
Roland, you up here having a conversation about the bad strategies of the Democratic Party. So when she says nobody is doing this, you're not on the Democrat strategy team. So clearly it doesn't mean you. This nigga delusional. This nigga is delusional. Jesus.
Say nobody.
Like they're outcasts. They're rebels. They're problematic. You know, I'm telling you, Roland, I know that Bernie Sanders is not the right messenger. I'm not disagreeing with that. But what I am saying is that there are certain topics that when they come up, there are Democrats in the leadership that really just don't want to hear it.
And what I'm saying is
Vice President Harris's primary message, no problem, was on abortion, was on democracy, no problem, was on Trump being dangerous, no problem. That her primary message was those things. But what people want to hear about is the economy and, of course, jobs.
And what I'm saying is, if you're Sanders, be specific. When I read Nyambi, Democrats ignore the working class, and I look at actual policy, that's not true.
Then why couldn't she mention that to the people to whom she wants to vote for, dude? If it really true, see, this is where the delusion comes in at. You keep trying to reach for something that's not there. And then you want the voters to believe something they benefited from that is invisible in their everyday lives. Sorry, Roland. You guys, you talking heads, you and the Democratic strategists, all of this This is why it's a sweeping loss. And guess who's next? The Congressional Black Caucus. This must end. You guys have been too interwoven. And you guys got to get out the paint. If you don't really want to be here about this black business, we need your asses out of the way. Everybody on this screen, the only one who's talking like she got some sense is because she's talking reality. Is the one in the red. Greg Carr, he's a coon. These people see Greg Carr and Roland Martin, they are perceiving, they thought they were going to come up on some of that Democratic money. And this is some of the funniest stuff ever, though. Because as upset as they are, Roland Martin, you realize that woman raised over $1 billion damn dollars and you ain't get shit? You got an interview with a candidate, a presidential candidate that nobody watched. She went to the dang white woman. Could barely break $1 million. Nobody want to hear that shit. And I don't know what is wrong with y'all. Money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Again, what the American people call money. What the American people talking about? Money. What you don't understand? It's money. Money, money, money. And again, money. It's rights of the money. We need to have access to abortion. It's money. Because you know what? You could take care of a family when you got money. You ain't got to worry about doing to delete your baby. Why? Because you got money. And when you get the illegals up out of your neighborhood getting all of that free money, then maybe some of that money could come to the citizens to where it actually belongs. So to sit up here and say, well, this policy and policy is talking to, you can't tell nobody watching all of these illegals in their neighborhoods getting free EBT. Oh, they're talking to the poor. Oh, really? I see a bunch of homeless in my city, but they flew illegals here and put them up in hotels. What are you talking about, Roland Martin? No, Americans will not be conned this time. Clearly are speaking the truth to you. We ain't gonna live like this no more. It's money. No, it's misogyny. No. Listen to the American people. You see what's on the screen. Talk about that. If you can't talk about that, you lose. If you ain't on the bag, get your ass out the way. It's very simple. And you guys made it overtly complicated. Simple, simple, simple.
Now, if you're
they don't message it, Roland.
Okay, hold on. And what I'm saying, Lauren, messaging. No, Lauren. Messaging and ignoring are two separate things.
So why are they not messaging?
No, it's not. How can you say messaging and ignoring is two different things if the message that you're giving is ignoring a group of people to whom you want something from? That is exactly ignoring. Jeez, dude.
Messaging that. They have done a lot of things.
And what I'm saying is there's a difference between when somebody says ignore, that means Niambi, my look should be the primary message. It's a different conversation. And this is where Sanders gets criticized.
She didn't say that either. She didn't say that. She did not say that speaking to the poor needed to be the primary message. But the message to the poor is, you need abortions because you're poor. Not every poor person needs abortions. No, Roland, she's right. What is he having such a hard time with? She is right, Roland. And if you listen to the black woman, are y'all understanding what we actually are watching? We are watching a black woman get shouted down by an overly sassy man. Why? Because when she's actually talking the truth, his sassy switch just cut on. And let me tell you something. As fast as you hearing him go, this video is not sped up. Because you hear the tone of her voice. Her voice ain't sped up. He is literally that juiced. This nigga is gone.
Because he's constantly saying Democrats are doing.
Oh, Lord. Absolutely freaking brutal. Rolling. I guess, now, I guess I'll segue to our last phase of this broadcast, and because we have to address some of these crash outs, and this is going to be pretty interesting. So with that being said, family, if you are just now tuning in, we had to do a special Saturday broadcast live for the weekly wrap-up, and that is what you are tuned in to right now.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true guards. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. So let me go ahead and parental advisory. There's going to be some strong language from the jilted. You're going to be using some choice words that maybe the younger individuals in the room might not need to hear. So, without further ado, this lady, Reese Colbert, to whom you know from Roland Martin Unfiltered. She's got a car ranting video. And she has a little something on a little look at Reese Colbert. Or Colbert.
So Donald Trump has been reelected, and it's always fuck MAGA over here. But my smoke is not so much for them because Republicans don't do what the fuck they do. They always vote, and they ain't got to be begged like the motherfucking whiny bitch ass Democrats have to be begged to vote. They do what they're supposed to do. So that's baked into the cake. My smoke is for the 10 plus or whatever the final number ends up being, Biden voters that stayed the fuck home. You bitches saw what motherfucking Donald Trump did his 4 years in office. You voted his ass out. You've seen him become more racist and more unhinged. And you said, whatever happens, happens. Fuck you. This isn't some realignment of the country. Donald Trump did not get more votes this time than he did in 2020. What it is it's a motherfucking disease of apathy in this country, a disease of stupidity, a disease of letting disinformation win, of people not having fucking civics knowledge, and of people not fucking paying attention to the motherfucking issues, because all of the economic analysis said that Donald Trump's shit is going to make this fucking country worse. So here's what it is. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be on MAGA's head, especially that bitch ass JD Vance. I'm gonna be on all you non-voters ass head, because whatever the fuck happens, bitch, is what y'all motherfucking ask for. When you're getting fucking deported, when your prices is going up, when your healthcare is going away, this is what you bitches ask for. So I don't want to hear shit. It's fucking pathetic that millions of people, tens of millions of people, stopped giving a fuck when everything was on the line this election, and you bitches stayed home.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Whew. The fact that people will cuss you out after you've already expressed what interests suits you best. This is amazing. This is amazing. I mean, wow. Let's hear. Let's hear from the Bohemian Tether.
These 12% of black men who voted for this psycho motherfucker are sat home. I'm looking forward to them get their ass lynched by the police officers. I'm not going to fucking protest under no circumstance at all. So I'm sitting my ass back with my popcorn and
he sound like that other Tether. You see, when you make white people mad, I'm gonna just sit back with my popcorn. That's exactly the same shit that other Tether said. But I just want y'all to just notice how these people are acting. Listen to what he's saying. I can't wait for them to get lynched. All of a sudden, all this vitriol for foundational black Americans. Hey, Luke.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Oh, yeah, and by the way,
Sambo.
Jive ass dude. Now, let's continue. The gift that keeps on giving.
Y'all, these people think that black people are playing. They think this is a trend. No, this is the end. Okay.
Like I said, the gift that keeps on giving. That narcotic.
Okay, it's over. We're done with. We're done. You guys are cooked, and you're cooked alone. You're by your fucking selves. When Trump is inaugurated on January 20th, we will not be on the fucking front lines of anything. You might have some black pick-me people might go over there and protest with you, but I know my black ass won't. I will not. Okay, I just researched it and I found out that I can. I Googled it and I found out that I can't. No, I've looked into it and I found out that I can't. I can't because you didn't have our fucking backs. You know, allyship is transactional. When I have your back, you have mine. Okay, that's how it works. It's transactional. It's reciprocal. Okay, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. You did.
Yeah, but exactly who do you represent?
You scratch our backs. You didn't have our backs. You left us fucking behind, and you.
Who's us and our? Who's the we of this conversation, brother?
Left us fucking for granted. You left us on the battlefield by our fucking selves. So now, deal with the consequences of your fucking actions. Don't ask me for shit. Don't ask me to protest. Don't ask me to petition. Don't ask me to do a motherfucking thing. But mind my own black ass fucking business. Okay? Y'all played in our fucking face. Y'all pretended like y'all cared about black lives. And the sad thing about it is.
Oh, you talking about your other community, your black and community. Is that who you talking about? No one's mentioning the LGBTQ votes. Just gonna blame it all on white women, huh? But some of them men that you sleep with are Trump supporters. Something to consider, fella. And others of his ilk. Because, see, people like this remind me of the one guy that be in Spaces. The dude that bleached his skin and tried to feather his hair. And then he be hanging around with all of them supremacists. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
It wasn't like we weren't going to hold Kamala accountable. We said that if we elect Kamala Harris, we will hold her accountable and we will try to do our best and our damnness to try to get a ceasefire. Even Kamala Harris agreed on a ceasefire and a two-state solution, and that still wasn't enough for you. Trump did not believe in.
No. That woman did not agree to a ceasefire. She never made that declaration. What are you talking about? She's talking about what we need to do in the region. She was asked directly about what's happening. She did not say, I am going to advocate for a ceasefire. That did not happen. So don't lie to the American people in your loss.
In any of these things. So whatever happens, happens. It's not that black people won't have empathy. It's not that black people won't feel bad for you. But the sad thing is you might have to hurt in order to actually understand it. You might have to feel it to understand it. And the sad thing about it is black people aren't wishing harm on anybody. We were trying to stop you from being subjected to the violence that we're subjected to.
Oh, wait. No, you didn't. And you always talking crazy to other black folks. So all of a sudden, hey, big head, hey, y'all, you know, man, it's crazy how they did us, huh? Man, man, all these folks, man, they just don't like black people now. Oh, it's about black people now. Word? Man, when did that happen? I must have missed the memo because last I heard, F black men. Black men are this, black men are that. And if you're not on the Skittles team, then, well, you just hate women. But now it's all us and black and we and I. That's what I'm like, who is he referring to when he's with all of this togetherness and unity he talking? What? Who? Oh, you meant us. I thought we was all stupid MFs. I guess it's different today. Okay, well, let you tell. Or better yet, let you sell it.
To every fucking day of our damn lives. This is nothing new to us. You didn't hurt us. You hurt your own fucking self. And that's the part that you don't understand. We loved you enough to tell you we don't want to see you go through what we go through every day on a daily fucking basis. But yet you did not want to listen. You didn't want to listen. We tried to help you. That's the part that you don't understand. We loved you enough so that you wouldn't have to go through what we go through on a daily fucking basis. We tried to warn.
The hell is he talking about? What the hell is he talking? We trying to why with black people? No. Your appeal to these people isn't working, bro. What are you doing? We try to warn you. Remember what you was calling us, bruh. Yeah, all of that. I mean, yeah, you a black man. Can't nobody take that away from you. But all of this, us and we, what you experiencing, fam? What we talking about here? You've been very disrespectful to this grassroots over here. Now it's a whole bunch of us and we, and you trying to be Mr. Pro-Black now? Gonna take your ass over there to RuPaul? Because we stupid, right? We the dumb MFs. We don't know nothing, right? Oh, with we and us and I don't think so, homie.
On you, now you have to reap what the fuck you sowed.
Your ass was playing away games.
Fucking black person that wants to stitch this fucking video, you pick me ass bitch. Shut the fuck up. If you want to take your ass on the front line, you do that, but you are not going to guilt trip my motherfucking black ass on no motherfucking battlefield to die for somebody who did not want to do the bare minimum, which was free, was vote for Kamala Harris. Don't ask.
Kamala Harris wasn't doing shit for black folks, stupid. And the Democratic Party has let black folks down. Why don't you tell that shit to the party that promised to do something and have black America's back and then didn't, and then only had everybody else's back? And how do we know that they had everybody else's back? Because day one, that they were in full awareness of Donald Trump being the next president. All of these different programs and all of these different things out here, there's people heading for the hills. The caravans that were coming here are disbanding. There has been a lot within 48 hours. And you're in denial, sir. And hell no, it had nothing to do with voting for Kamala. Actually, at the end of the day, your black ass is benefiting from her losing. You're just too stupid to see it yet. But that gets back to that other part. We're black first. And the laws that he just did go back to being Black American first. And that's a benefit for Black American, because going back to the original legal proper definition of the birthrights situation applies to us for citizenship, not outsiders. So I don't need to hear about Kamala Harris, because she wasn't looking to do that. What she was looking to do was give all of these illegals amnesty and trying to fast track them abusing the tool that was made to correct the wrongs done to foundational Black American freedmen. So you're wrong, too loud and too wrong.
It's me to do shit. Fuck you.
And likewise. And don't coming back around here talking all of this black shit neither. You stay your sorry coon ass or where you need to be. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what. You need to be with this tether right here. This is where you need to be. You need to be hanging out with this tether right here. Because all of you Democratic shield tethers think alike. And as far as I go, y'all should be hanging together, because y'all have done nothing but talk major mess and smack against foundational Black Americans, our agenda, and y'all punk asses just took a huge L. Don't come around here talking about we all black and we all bad. Black folks did not and do not have Kamala Harris's
a
back
day
like
to
that.
kind of just take in everything that happened. I'm very disappointed, obviously, that Kamala Harris lost, but I'm also not surprised. Turnout, as I talked about in my videos, was going to matter. People needed to show up. Polls don't vote, people do. We say that all the time. And math is math. You have to outvote the Republicans in the rural areas in order to win races. This means that Democrats in the large areas, major cities, need to show.
See, here's where you're confused. That's not Democrats. That's swing voters. And the black vote is a swing vote, which is not. See, you keep trying to make it about black folks that didn't vote being Democrat. That is not the case. Black folks have a black agenda, period. Now, they're having another coping issue with this. Black America is not identifying as Democrat. Black Americans' identity is just that identity. It's not tied to your party. So to say all of these black Democrats that stayed home, that's not true. Black people stayed home, not Democrats. Black people. And if you understood to respect the difference, maybe your party would be doing better right now. But Black America, foundational Black Americans, the grassroots showed you and your ilk what time it really is. And you're still stuck saying, well, we not Democrats. We are black folks. Address us the way you should, like we tell you. Or if you don't, then guess we'll have to show you. And now you're feeling very uncomfortable, while a lot of other folks are not.
Show up. If they don't show up, then guess what? The Republicans will win, because they control, and they are in most of the counties outside of the metro areas. Now, Latinos, y'all were wilding. I don't understand what the hell y'all were thinking, but I can only tell you from myself as a Latino that y'all ain't special. Y'all are going to suffer under Trump. You thought that the economy was so great under Trump? No, bitch. That was Obama's economy.
It definitely was not. Obama's economy was bank bailouts and the housing crisis and a bunch of police deleting innocent black men. So there's that.
Guess what? You got complacent and you thought that you were special. You thought Trump was, for you. Trump is not for you. Trump is for himself. So when your family is getting deported, you're going to feel some kind of way. When you see that you're losing your job, you're going to be feeling some kind of way. But to the 46.
Ma'am, you do understand that the Latinos that voted for this understands their citizenship versus the people who are getting deported. And not to mention, he already said who he was deporting. So that's already covered. And let's be clear. Some of the laws about like the time frame of how long you need to be here are his. So shut up with all that lying. Now, if they just got here illegally, yeah, they don't belong here. Damn it. What's wrong with you?
6% of y'all that voted for him, yeah, y'all can all kiss my ass.
Oh, here's another thing that's interesting about that. Latinos voted for Donald Trump. What were they consistently telling us during the running up to this election? Oh, I remember. Non-citizens can't vote. So that means that all the people that voted for him can't be deported because they're citizens. Man, I guess that story you're saying doesn't really make sense, does it?
Because I want nothing to do with you. I don't care if you're my family. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Wow.
You basically told me that you don't give a shit about me and my family.
Like Kamala Harris.
And our family. You just basically said, you know what? I don't want to be allies with y'all. I want to be allies with these Republicans. And you can take your ass right over there and be allies with them. I want nothing to do with you. Then to the people who love chaos, because it seems like a lot of y'all like chaos. Y'all like the chaos of Trump. Y'all can have that. We're gonna be in chaos for a whole 4 years. So bless your hearts. I have recommended this. Turn off the damn TV. Turn off MSNBC and CNN. Do not give Trump the energy that he does not deserve. You go live your life. Be good. Stack your paper, because we don't know if there's going to be another pandemic or what's going to happen. So I say, put your money in the bank, start saving it if you have the means to do so, and just go travel, enjoy life. And this is not 2016.
Funny, the few things that you mentioned is actually things that Democrats took. You couldn't travel to certain places if you didn't get the JISNAB. And then they leaned on other people to enforce that with their influence in the World Health Organization. But I guess you're forgetting all about that. We didn't. And most of America didn't either. Ain't nobody forgot that they were forcing this stuff on Americans. And then also you want us to reward the people who came after the minister? After Reza Islam for speaking the truth? I don't think people remember that. Judah Israel. We had a damn virus outbreak when Obama was in office. H1N1. And they hit you with that vid twice, just changed the name. The last time was SARS. If you guys actually did your homework, you would know what SARS is. There's another word for SARS. It starts with a C and ends with a D. These people are crazy. They're crazy. And so I just wanted to play a little bit of this one because this is kind of long. And, she's not really anybody really listens to anyway. So, candidly, Tiff, sorry you lost. Too bad for you and your party and everybody who thought they was finna go to Washington and go work for Kamala. Now, this crash out, this is the epic crash out. Super duper, super duper, epic crash out. I know y'all have seen this.
And I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family.
I don't even understand why people keep saying that. But one thing that is clear is Latinos. Here, if you thought that you had an ally over here, I guess not. Because as long as you are saying you're going to be a Democrat and vote with the Democrats, cool. But look at this. Oh, you didn't do what they wanted. And they just turned into themselves on you. And realistically, for this woman here, I have a sneaking suspicion that she may be from the Caribbean.
Whether you were here legally or not, you gotta go. I hope he does that. To you Black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a Black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all, the police will now have carte blanche to murder you right where the fuck you stand. And when they do that, there's not gonna be no GoFundMes. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit.
That's literally not how it works. Immunity does not work against criminal charges. That's a civil situation. It's a civil matter. You know, all of this, people don't understand civics. Well, clearly you don't even understand how the law works, but we don't understand civics now, huh? And not to mention, they already have qualified immunity, damn it. And it was put in and pinned in by Barack Obama. Man, all of you politically Johnny-come-latelys, I can't stand y'all. I cannot stand y'all. You be coming around folks talking like you know something. Judah Yisrael just mentioned about something from the between 2008 and 2010s. When did you get to this country? Because there's so much, and you got all of this vitriol. I hope they do this to you. I hope they do that to you. You better hope they don't come get you too. Because if they're going to deport them, they're going to deport your ass. You need to be here legally too, genius. That means you think you're just going to hide up under us? No. No. We Next, aka Dark Skin Brother, member for 2 months. That's the number 2 channel of our good brother. Yes, indeed. Let's hear a little more.
Die. They can't afford to bury you. Dig a hole in their backyard. It is what the fuck it is. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done with. We're done. We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each.
So your man, Donald Trump is pregnant. Not pregnant, I'm saying Donald Trump is president. Let me go hit my wife. I don't know what's got into me. Come here, woman. What? Just the spirit of Trump has came over me. Really? These people are nuts. These people are absolutely freaking insane.
Damn. Every time you get fucking hit, take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for fucking help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the fucking beginning, white men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default, not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no fucking help, women who voted for him, don't take it. You just gotta die. If you got kids, they're just gonna be motherless. It is what the fuck it is. You didn't give a fuck, so we don't give a fuck. That's how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not gonna be America. And if you think that Trump is gonna be in that office for 4 years, you're fucking insane. Because we about to be in a real live action episode of fucking Scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's JD Vance. Because trust and believe, within a year, you're not going to see Trump anymore. He's out.
Does that even make sense? Donald Trump has way more even of a tighter circle than he did his first go around. Wow, you guys are terrible. You don't have a handle on any of this in America, do you? I mean, this type of it really speaks to a Tether's major disconnect from actual foundational Black American issues. And all the stuff that she is saying, how long have you been here? And somebody be like, oh, she's one of us. I don't know.
Where's your family from?
Got that little Trini nose right here. I don't know. Maybe it ain't me. I don't know.
Gonna be, and they're gonna say it's illness or he died in his sleep. It's natural causes because he's fucking old enough, or they just gonna let him spaz out and do the 25th, and that's when we really gonna be in the Handmaid's Tale. So I really hope all of you who voted for him, you get exactly what the fuck you deserve.
Also, can't help but notice she's hiding her hairline. I mean, I'm sure she probably already has a bad lace front, but if you notice that a lot of the people coming out here doing their videos have their hairlines covered. Have y'all caught that? Oh, y'all so stupid. Oh, man, y'all so stupid. Man, I don't know what's wrong with you. Man, what's wrong with Black people? Man, Black people just messing up all over the place. I don't know what's going on with y'all. Why are you hiding your hairline? Oh, man, what you talking about? She gonna get a visit from them folks. Dark-skinned brother with the super chat. The damn wicked Jazzy Bell devil. Ain't that the truth, bro? I absolutely agree. Man, and thank you for the super chat. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours, brother. Oh, this is brutal. Oh, but I mean, just the vitriol, I want y'all to die, and it's just hateful, arrogantly hateful. And they thinking like that's a good place to be. It's not. It really isn't. And some of the things that they're pushing, it's wicked. It is absolutely wicked like this. And this is a doctor, like a mental health doctor.
Challenge with the idea of how you interact with people who voted for this, right? If you are an LGBTQ person and somebody in your family voted essentially against your rights, or you're a woman, knowing that this man was calling people the B word, JD Vance was literally calling Kamala Harris the trash, and said we're going to take out the trash. I know a lot of Black women were incredibly triggered by that. And if you then meet somebody and they voted for the people who called you trash, or if you're Puerto Rican, and someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
Very interesting point, though. So I would have to ask y'all and Joy Reid, how do Black men vote for somebody who called them super predators? Who said that we have to look at these and focus in on these people, hyper focus on this particular segment of society, no matter what we have done to them. That's no excuse for the result that our actions against them have caused. Let's now lock them in prison. So let me ask you, Joy Reid and anybody listening, how do you in good conscience convince the black men to whom that law and those laws were targeting, men of my age, and now we're here saying something about it? How do we support the party that okayed it? How do we go to these black churches that co-signed with the Clintons and Biden and all of these people over here? How do we support that? Those of us who've had family members on them 3 strikes rules and 3 strikes laws, getting 20 years for a rock. There was no talk about guns. Let's do something about these vicious human beings. You didn't worry about inanimate objects. You worried about the people, and you targeted the people. How do black men vote for that party? Since it's such an issue about, well, they've already shown you this. Okay, well, then I would love to hear you explain to me why I should trust the Democrats then. That's why Tether should really be quiet. Even though you've been here majority of your life, you are a Tether. And being anchored here does not give you the historical connection to our culture. And if you did, see, we're the descendants of slaves. And the descendants of slaves, we understand how resilient our bloodline is. We understand how resilient, powerful, and strong, long-suffering our lineage is. This is the wicked conversation of cowardice.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going to a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me. And I actually...
What the hell is she saying? Because of who you voted for, we need to isolate away from family during the holidays when family comes together, and also deletions of self are at a high. How does a mental health professional advise people to do that? But again, the other lady who was a therapist who got out here screaming on black men, remember? She was a therapist. These are supposedly mental health professionals. They say, well, don't rely on this to medicate, or don't rely on this, go get therapy. I'm going to go to a therapist that is clearly in need of therapy. Okay, I'm winning, huh? Oof, Lord. And so, I believe this is where I will kind of wrap it up. And Van Jones, you hit your broken clock moment with this.
The Kamala Harris campaign wound up spending a bunch of money on TV ads. And the TV ads sucked. They did not appeal to anyone. But it was dial tested, and it was all supposed to be, the data dummies were up there telling us these are great ads, but nobody liked the ads. So people are now saying America is this racist, sexist, fascistic country because of this outcome. Listen, we've always had some racist, sexist, fascist people in the country. That's not what happened. What happened is you had some key parts of this coalition, especially black men, who were not handled properly. I can tell you right now, what was the agenda for immigrants? Comprehensive immigration reform. What's the agenda for women? Abortion. What's the agenda for transgender people? Dignity and respect. What was the agenda for black men? You still can't tell me. And that was a problem on our side. And when somebody walks away from you, you can blame them, you can blame yourself. The Democratic Party now needs to start listening. Black men have good ideas. Black men have given the majority of our vote to this party, but we deserve more respect than we got. And when you don't give people respect, they don't stick around.
And with that being said, Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall. And let us rise. Can you dig it? Yes, 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 indeed. So thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess we ended up going longer than the original broadcast would have been. So, thank you for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon. Moving on into the evening. For those on the East Coast, it's already evening. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me so much. Thank you. And thank all for you for tuning in last night. And doing it all again today and getting this broadcast in the books. So hopefully everybody enjoyed it as much as I did, because I definitely wanted to bring this to you. And I think we did just that. So my takeaways from this election cycle, is that America voted against forced feminism and forced intersectionality. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to how we want our children protected, we want it in our control as parents, and not have a bunch of bug-eyed, wild-eyed alternative lifestyle tell people how they should raise their children when they've never been close to being a parent ever. Having over-the-hill women who, and I say over-the-hill meaning you are at least 20 years removed from even being a candidate for an abortion, but yet here you are, screaming, crying, slobbering all over yourself because Roe v. Wade got struck down, and I'm so mad. Do you guys really believe Nancy Pelosi and said the other one, Elizabeth Warren, do you think they need abortions? What are they really upset at? Oh, I get it. Maybe it disturbs the agenda of the continuation of the extermination of 20 million Black souls. They want that number to keep going, so much so that when this political party came together for its convention, they rolled out a mobile abortion clinic to give vasectomies and abortions. And last I checked, I think the tally was at 5 abortions. So people look at that and say, well, because again, remember, this woman snuffs Christians and Catholics and Muslims. So if these people have a sacred tie to life, what is more divisive than before you could come to your rally, everything we know about your bus is pushing everything that's against their faith. And then you come in with the voice and the words of Satan and tell these people in their pulpits that they can put their convictions and their religion and their faith aside to promote and align and yoke themselves up with your agenda of mass baby deletion. Well, America has spoken. And America has said no. Because at some point, people can recognize moral decay and understand the long-term implications that go along with it. And I understand there's a lot of people that that doesn't make sense to. But let me tell you why it doesn't make sense to you. It's because you have bought into every vain idea and self-fulfilling agenda. I'll put it very simple. Their agenda, motto is, do what thou wilt. Me personally, I absolutely am the opposite of that position. Because I'm not going to worry about mastering the craft to be a warlock. No, I'm on the side of the angels, and we are riding with the Most High. I will gladly stand with the 1/3 while we watch the 2/3 club falter, flounder, and finish themselves off. And you may disagree with this position. Well, let me tell you, I personally speak for myself. Beatzilla PDX official, the Beatzilla PDX official show. Those the people you see, these lovely souls you see in the chat, the powerful, mighty grassroots, and the absolute best source of truthful media operating on planet Earth, the voices of new Black media. I think I am safe to say I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Hashtag hands off our reparation.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Yes, indeed, family. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. Most definitely come and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're watching on X. Come and subscribe to the Beatzilla PDX official channel. And you can also email me at ourealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, like the family has done today by donation at CashApp, you can do so. CashApp $BeatzillapDX. We also have PayPal, which is Zilla Music at PayPal. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And with that being said, it is that time. It is that time. I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all, we had over 100 in here between you and X. So salute to everybody that was in the chat watching this live broadcast. I appreciate it once again. And so, as we often say, and I encourage the family to do, keep your 3 smooth stones at the ready and keep your slingshot nearby. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Y'all have a blessed rest of your weekend. Peace.
When you know who Satan is,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. See, that's what you throw.
Right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.